Thank you, Tino, for passing over the word, and we are very much excited about the next stage. We are, first of all, very happy to welcome you. It's the last day of Civil March Forum. Yes, it has been such a journey until now, and today is really very exciting day. I cannot wait, to be honest, to listen to the final 10 pitches that we will hear today. But first of all, I think we need to know how the procedure will go on and who is our jury. So Tatevik, you can also stay with us because anyway, you will be here in a few minutes back. Please, Matthias.
Because we have 3 more people, Tatevik, who would join you in the jury today. And so let me bring on stage maybe the first one is Anna Galos-Kosil from Warsaw. Anna, do you want to join us on the stage?
Hello. Nice. Hello, thank you very much for your invitation.
Dzień dobry do Warszawy. It's very nice to have you. You are here for a certain reason, because you are the curator of the Biennale in Warsaw, and you're also the curator of the Edible City in Warsaw, which is an alternative approach to agriculture and how we feed the world, right? I guess.
Yeah, alternatives for dominant agriculture and food nutrition sector, let's say.
Mm-hmm. No, that's really awesome. I was just today running around in Brussels because we have a similar project. I was very excited when I learned what you are doing there. Thank you very much for being with us. We are very curious about your opinion. Stefan Henkel, can I invite you to us on the stage?
Hello, it's a pleasure actually to be here.
It's our pleasure, Stefan. Einen guten Tag. I'm wondering, are you at the moment based in Frankfurt, or where are you right now?
I'm actually skipped to Berlin because as many that work in Frankfurt Oder, they are living in Berlin and commuting. So I'm based in Berlin.
Based in Berlin, but based also in the Wissenschaftskolleg in the Scientific College, might be a translation, Greifswald, and at the European University in Viadrina in Frankfurt, a very famous university. It's very nice to have you with us.
Thank you.
But one more person, right, is missing in our jury.
Yeah, one more person is missing, and this is Irina Solovey from Ukraine, head of NGO Garage Gang, co-founder of the social innovations platform called Digitizing. Welcome, Irina.
Welcome.
You can say a few words about yourself as well.
Oh, hi everyone. I'm a co-founder of Garage Gang NGO. We are operators of a big idea platform of social innovations, which functions also as the biggest in Ukraine crowdfunding platform, and more than 500 projects were supported through crowdfunding in Ukraine, and around 64,000 people participated in this to fund over $1.5 million over 9 years. And now we have data that also participatory budget and crowdfunding, that civil society becomes a big player in communities as well as business and local governance. So we think we contributed a little bit with this crowdfunding mechanism to this, and I'm really excited to hear about new projects that will be pitched today.
We are also very excited to have you here. And yeah, I think you all know also our fourth jury member, Tatevik Hakobian from Armenia, who is a member of Coordination Council and the co-founder of Eastern European Network for Citizenship Education. So Tatevik was delivering a presentation and speech, and if there's anything that you want to add about yourself, Tatevik, please go ahead.
Thank you, Nurana-Jan. I just want to add that Nurana is also the member of EENCE for long years already. Yeah, and I see lots of participants also from EENCE in this awesome event. Just nothing to add. I think you heard the presentation. So good luck with your projects, guys.
Exactly. So how we will proceed with this process? Maybe, Matthias, you can say a few words, because we have a special structure in the sake of time, in the interest of time. So please, Matthias.
Yeah, like first of all, we have 10 videos we are going to watch today, 10 pitches that were registered, and we apologize to all of those who will not be present, because there was way more videos which the jury and the organizers went through, and then they had to choose 10. So sorry for everybody who basically had a good idea but cannot be displayed right now in the pitching session. But that doesn't mean that the idea is not good. So give it a go for the application if you want to do that. We will have the videos, which is basically maximum 2 minutes per video. And then we give the word to the jury if you have questions for clarifying. So today we are not doing feedbacking or anything, but it's basically if you have an open question where you are like, okay, I want to know this because I didn't really understand it, then that's the space. And if you don't have a question because everything is clear, that's also totally fine. But that's basically your chance to clarify things. And there we have then also the project owner in our forum, and he or she can then reply on your question. Norana, we are good to go, right?
Yes, I'm excited. Who is our first pitcher? Whose video are we going to watch?
Our first pitcher is somebody we saw already yesterday, and it is from Azerbaijan, I guess it's the project from Orhan. Use lead sustain community for more information. There is a link which we can share with you. It's from the Resource Hub in Azerbaijan. Please enjoy the pitch.
Great.
And we cannot hear the video to the people in the back office. So that was the pitch. How did you like? No, okay. That was not the pitch. There is more to come.
Yeah, I just want to mention it also was a very tough process because we just got the list of 10 finalists like some minutes before, and I understand how it was hard to make this final list of 10 people. And I encourage the one who could not make it to the finals. Just there's still, you know, that you can apply for the main grant by 15th of October. So just use this opportunity. Great. So we are ready to go with the next video. I see. With this video, the same one. Okay, let's fingers crossed. Okay, I think it's third try. We need a third try.
My name is Orhan. I am from Azerbaijan. I represent the organization of Resource Hub, and our project name is Youth Lead Sustain Community. That's a joint project with a Ukrainian organization which is called Auswärtiges Youth Center. This project will be realized in Guba, Azerbaijan, and in this project we mainly focus on youth sustainable development. The reason why we mainly focus on the rurals of Azerbaijan is that in Baku, in the capital city of Azerbaijan, youth have lots of opportunities to improve themselves and have their sustainable development. Unfortunately, in the rurals, especially in Guba of Azerbaijan, they don't have such an opportunity to improve themselves and have their sustainable development. For that reason, we mainly focus on the rurals of Azerbaijan, especially in Guba. And in this project, we are going to build a development house in Guba in order to invite the youth, in order to give them trainings in the topics of project management, leadership, soft skills such as problem solving, critical thinking, and so on. For that reason, we are going to invite the Ukrainian colleagues to our country in order to share their experience in this field for 1 or 2 weeks, and maybe 1 or 2 colleagues of us are also going to move to Ukrainian to this organization in order to learn from their experience. If we are going to win the award, we are going to spend the majority of money in order to build our development house for the stationary products especially, and the rest of money will be spent on transportation fees. And after giving trainings, we are going to engage our youth in order to participate, to attend in our development house in an international project, and we are going to support them forever.
So that was the pitch from Orhan. I think he really took the feedback from yesterday. A very good pitch. The jury members, I think we have space for 1 or 2 questions if you want to have something clarified. And hello, Orhan on stage.
Yeah, may I ask, or can you give like 1 or 2 examples of the topic of trainings or things that you're gonna prepare with young people in your country?
I'm so sorry. Could you please repeat the question?
Yeah, so I'm asking like if you can give us like 1 or 2 examples of like concrete topics or exact topics that you want to develop according to sustainability or leadership or these issues that you would like to support the youth in Azerbaijan.
You mean like the trainings? Okay. The headlines of the trainings will be about, as I said in the video, will be about like leadership skills in order to improve their leadership skills. Like, you know, there are some types of leaders that they can improve, and by that way, they can also determine what kind of leaders are they. And also, we would also like to give the dreams in the fields of project management, because we are also going to give the trainings in the topics of critical thinking or maybe the problem solving that they are going to meet or maybe face in their project in the future, in order not to have any problems with their project, in order to work independently without depending on anyone else. We would like to give all the sufficient knowledge for them.
Thank you, Aron. I think that was a
that's it.
Clarification of Anna's question.
I would have I would have a question. First of all, thank you for the video and the idea. I have a question on the topic of sustainable development. What do you see as a main challenge, actually, exactly in this local context for sustainable development?
In my opinion, the main challenge in Guba is not having such a house or maybe such a center in order to get the information about the projects, or maybe to find the people who are dealing with these projects. And for that reason, we would like to create such an environment that they can come actually and have some sufficient knowledge and also improve this knowledge in this place. And that's the reason why we mainly focus on Guba, because in Baku, there are lots of places, there are lots of organizations that they can go and have some sufficient information and also apply for the projects.
Thank you. And really amazing that you registered your project today. Also, for reasons of time and fairness, we said we will have 2 questions per pitch. So I think, thank you very much. Our jury has a picture, and let's go to the next project. I'm crossing my fingers. Nurana, what's our next video pitch?
Yeah, our next project is actually one of those who pitched their idea also yesterday. So you see how big the power of the feedbacks that people got yesterday, because maybe this helped them very much to improve their projects during the night. And we are going on with the project I Wouldn't Be Born If, by Ukrainian Union of Jewish Students.
Our project, I Wouldn't Be Born If, History Through Faces, Personal Stories of Righteous and Survivors. The project is aimed at collecting and presenting the personal stories of righteous and survivors in Ukraine, Belarus, Poland, and other Eastern Partnership countries. These stories will be collected by young people in their communities and presented to a wider public as short videos and in other formats. For many years in post-Soviet areas, it was not popular to speak about those who are known as righteous among the nations. Their stories shown that even in the darkest of times, hope can still blossom. Righteous and survivors are living this world. That's why we need to hurry to hear their stories.
We believe that this project will contribute towards discussion of values, intercultural learning, and tolerance building in our region through civil society dialogue, civic education, and cultural measures. Within the project that is planned for 1 year, we plan to recruit project teams in partnering countries, train them, and organize collection of personal stories of survivors and writers, by young people in their locations. And collected stories will be presented to the public in various formats like short videos, posters, performances, and exhibitions. Within the first step, thanks to Cooperation Prize, we plan to organize a roundtable and series of consultations on methodology of preservation of the memory of Shoah in Eastern European countries with participation of experts. As a result of the first step, it is expected that the best practices will be presented in memory studies. Project idea will be discussed and finalized. Interested experts and organizations will be invited for cooperation, and roadmap for the project implementation will be developed.
We organizations from Ukraine, Belarus, and Poland met at Civil Match Forum last and this year, and we believe in the importance of international cooperation. We are ready to implement this important project together. Let's tell their stories together. Thank you.
Thank you. So who do we have? Victoria and Sergey. So I would ask you then to unmute yourself, or okay, to mute yourself so that we are not disturbed by additional voice, because I hear now some voice. Okay, thank you. And I would like to ask jury, do you have clarifying questions regarding this project?
I do have a question. So does any of the organization have the previous experience of doing this? Because the time frame of 1 year is seems a big one. So I wonder if this will be indeed a sustainable and nice resulted project. Do you have, guys, any previous background on implementing such type of projects?
Please, Victoria.
Hello, everyone. Hi, hello, everyone. Thank you for your question. Of course, Ukrainian Union of Jewish Students and Foundation for more than 8 years. We already have every year meeting with the righteous among the nations from Ukraine, and we make already some short video to tell the story. The importance of the project is to bring it to the international scope, to involve more young people, and also to spread the information.
Okay, I see.
The project of film studio, so we definitely had experience and know how to do it.
And I could just shortly add that my organization, which is a member of EENCE, last year implemented a big project of online course on memory of the World War II. So it also has experience in this field.
Oh, great. Thank you for adding this. Okay. Is there one more question from jury? Thank you, Tatevik, for the question. I see no questions from jury. Okay, I think pitch was quite clear, so that's why there's no questions, and I wish good luck to this project, to you, Victoria and Sergey. Thank you very much. We are moving to the next project.
We are moving to the next project, which covers a very current topic. It's from the Institute for Democracy, Media and Cultural Exchange in the Ukraine. And the project title is Human Faces of 30 and More Years Long Uncertainty in Afghanistan.
I'm so happy that we are streaming videos, because it really helps us to avoid like some difficulties.
Hello, my name is Ismail. I'm from Azerbaijan.
Hello, my name is Romania. I'm a journalist from Ukraine.
And we want to present our pitch, which deals with the media and conflict resolution segments of the call.
So why is this topic? It's refugees from Afghanistan and post-Soviet countries between the past and the future. So it's titled, it's a cross-border project about refugees from Afghanistan who found their home in post-Soviet countries like Azerbaijan and Ukraine 30 years ago, after the Soviet invasion and now after the Taliban took over the power.
The novelty of this project is that this is a piece of cross-border journalism cooperation on peace-building constructive journalism. It will be published in national and regional online outlets such as Gazeta.ua, Chaykhana.org, or Oku.az with up to 6 million reader view per month in total.
Why Azerbaijan and Ukraine, both countries used to be a part of USSR and participated in the Afghan war. Many soldiers got over trauma and hugely impacted on general negative perception of Afghan people in home countries.
And what is the anticipated impact? And we want to show through the stories and reflections of our protagonists how the Afghan identity has been transformed in the last 30 years and how the public perception of the Afghan problem is changing in the countries. We aim to boost the dialogue between local communities and newcomers for a peaceful coexistence.
Who is involved?
Along with Azerbaijan Journals Network, the public union that I'm a member of,
and Insert Democracy and Development, EDEM Berlin, that I represent.
We have as partner NGOs, the Ukrainian NGO, the Right for Defend, and the Azerbaijani Public Union that unites veterans of the Afghan war.
And how to use a grant? We are going to use a grant will used to provide technical, administrative, and logistical support during our research in both countries.
That's it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you to the two of you for this very important and current project topic. Can we invite you on the stage? There is no team at the backstage. Maybe if they are maybe on the stage or hear us, can you just ask your questions if you have questions, dear jury members, and if somebody from the project team is there, they can answer it in the chat, I would say.
I could answer a question.
Yes,
okay. I would like to ask if the team was here with us. This project looks like a good research, an important research, and a good moment. I just was wondering whether do they understand who will use the result of this research? Will it contribute a larger discussion in the world on this topic, or they understand which other civic organization can use this information maybe to build some strategies to assist these people, so the story doesn't end up that the stories are known but nothing happens in lives of these people.
So the question is, how is the follow-up actually?
For whom what they produce will be a resource if we think in certain circular way.
Thank you. Okay, it seems that's the question we have to this project team. If you are here with us, please feel free to put the answer in the chat. And Norana, we hop to the next pitch.
Yeah, we'll go to the next pitch, which is an international educational collaborative project for emerging artists from the fields of popular and academic music. This is a project suggested by Kiev Contemporary Music Days NGO, and this is a project from Ukraine. Let's watch the pitch then.
We just do the hey and
recording in progress.
Hey, I'm Daria from Kiev Contemporary Music Days. Back in July, Albert and we took part in a civil match and met a beautiful team from Germany, Stefan and Thomas from Auswärtiges Music Network.
Hi, I'm Stefan from Auswärtiges Music Network, and together with my colleague Tom, we were very happy to meet these cool people from Ukraine in July. With shared values and our common love for music, we have really grown together as a team with the aim of opening up prospects for the future of young, talented, and creative musicians.
Back then, we came out with an idea of a joint international project, and we've spent weeks developing it since then. Here's a sneak peek on how it started.
Auswärtiges Music Network and Kiev Contemporary Music Days both are driven by the idea of fostering international cooperation on the common ground of music. Austar focusing on popular music, KCMD being experts in academic music. Because we both believe that innovative approaches can only be achieved by a change of perspective, we are very eager to bring these two worlds together in our new project.
In 2 workshops, we will gather electronic music producers and academic composers from Germany, Ukraine, and other countries to create new original material together in a cultural melting pot. They will be mentored by experts during the masterclasses in composing, music marketing, and networking events.
In the end, the results will be performed live, making the cooperation accessible to a wide audience. Not only do the participants learn new skills and make international connections through this, they also offer the platform to foster their careers sustainably.
Since July, our excitement for the idea just grew more and more, and we've been meeting every 2 weeks to make sure that the project becomes a reality next year. We've been talking to experts and possible participants to ensure that our educational concept both is feasible, but also fits the needs of our targeted participants, focusing on Germany and Ukraine, but also including further countries of the Eastern Partnership. Through that, we are able to develop a hybrid education plan, which will ensure accessibility to the program, no matter if participants are located in big cities or rural areas.
Furthermore, we defined a roadmap, worked on our budget forecast, and specified details of the needed activities.
So our next step is to secure funding for the project. For that, we will aim for cross-sector financing with a mix of public and private funding. Winning the prize would help us greatly in creating a pitch portfolio to approach possible project partners and work on funding applications. And of course, by that, taking the next step together in making this project a reality.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye. Goodbye and welcome back to us. Is there anyone from the team who might join us? I think Romania is from previous projects. So Romania, I think we can have you here and you can answer later to the questions that was addressed to your project. And Albert, I see you from the speech. So
Yes.
I hope you are ready. Thank you very much for your team for such a creative speech. And I'm ready to pass over for the questions to the jury. Who has a question?
Okay.
Please, Irina.
I noticed many things that go aligned with the criteria for the projects, and I missed the idea. So what was the idea, how you combine this academic and popular music? Thank you.
Yes, so the idea is that we create an educational and cooperational project. So the project would have 2 stages that are distant one from each other in like maybe 3 or 4 months. So we would invite musicians, both composers who write academic music, as myself, and electronic music producers, as those with whom our partners, Thomas and Stefan from Master Music Network, have experience of working with. And then we provide them with the educational activities so that they would have lessons by mentors, by experts from the both fields, which is important so that any musician would get the picture, artistic picture and market picture from both worlds, from their own and from the world of another world. And also they will work together, and this is the thing we're figuring it out now, how to make it in a deep and proper way. We will make them write pieces together, one composer from one world and another from another, and then we plan to make those compositions that are successfully written to be recorded and to be published on streaming networks like Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play Music. Is this a thing? No, YouTube Music. No, it's that. So that's basically a plan. Also, we plan to make, if that works, to make a couple of our partner ensembles and orchestras to perform their works as well. So it's kind of a scalable project, but basically, yes, that's the idea. And the main important thing is to make the participants meet each other, talk to each other, share their experience, and see what is going on in their worlds. What problems do they have, and maybe help each other with the solutions from different areas.
Okay. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much for the answer, Albert, and thank you, Irina, for the question. I see Stefan. You want to ask a question as well, right?
Yes. How many musicians do you want to involve? And is it like then working with an open call, or is it fixed before?
It is open call. We plan to invite 20 musicians. That's the thing. We had a lot of discussion about that. So it's between 20 and 40. We are still figuring it out. So which would mean either 10 musicians from academic sphere and 10 from electronic music, or 20 and 20. And that for sure will be an open call. And we also plan to provide those who would be selected and would take part in online stages, but also in offline stages that are to happen in Germany and in Ukraine. Our idea is to get funding to cover their travel and accommodation expenses, so that they would actually could be there. And yes, that would be an open call, and we are working also on the criterias so that nobody would be left behind and would be able to apply.
Thank you very much, Albert, and good luck to your team as well. Thank you, Yuri, for the questions. And we have Romania with us. Romania could not join us earlier because there were some technical troubles. So Romania is with us. She's from private project called Human Faces of 30+ years long uncertainty in Afghanistan. And we had one question to you, Romania. May I ask the jury member who asked the question to repeat it one more time that Romania answers? Of course, if you remember the question.
Hi, Romania. My question to the project was, do you know how to make the results of this project productive? Meaning, do you expect to contribute for your project to contribute to strategies of some organizations that work with refugees, or to contribute to a broader research? To the global conversation on this topic. What do you expect?
Please mute yourself, Romania. Please. Now we could hear you.
Yeah, super. I'm here. Yes. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Thank you very much for waiting and mass a little bit. Actually, for your question, actually, it's academic research. First of all, it's a multi project with my colleague Azerbaijan. We are going to publish it in both countries, in both outlets in Ukraine and Azerbaijan. So the first idea, just to boost this dialogue inside Ukrainian and Azerbaijan society, to talk about refugees, about our trauma, and make some conclusions, of course, to be informed and to reflect. And other aspect, maybe what you are asking. It's about who can use this information. We have organizations like Right for Defense, work with refugees from Kyiv and from other countries. Of course, if they want, they can use it. We are open. Also, we are open to third party. If there are any organizations, others who want to use material, can share and develop maybe this research in the future. So, but to make a good product, media product, and if someone wants to use it, we are open, of course, and ready to cooperate and ready to develop the idea.
Thank you for your answer, Romania.
Did I
think you did. Thank you, Irina, for your question, and good luck to your project, Romania. It was nice that you made us at the end here. And before we go with the next pitch, I just kindly ask all the people who already delivered their pitches and answered the question to leave the backstage, because the capacity is really limited and we need to let in new people. So yeah, who is next?
Our next project is from Georgia, and it's from the Regional Democratic Hub. The project title is Civil Society Cooperation for Early Childhood Development in Rural Areas in Georgia.
Good afternoon. My name is Maya Talakhadze from RDH Caucasus, and today I'm presenting project idea named Civil Society Cooperation for Early Childhood Development in Rural Areas of Georgia. Project is in line with the third flag of the Civil Match, Education and Training, and is developed with German partner organization Childfund Deutschland. Nowadays, public kindergartens are free to everyone in Georgia, but due to the lack of finances, local governments have inadequate infrastructure and insufficient resources to propose quality service to the parents. This leads children who live in the villages to have free but inadequate access to proper early childhood education. As a result, a vast majority of children enter schools unprepared. They lack of vocabulary, sentence structure, and other basic skills that are required to do well at school. For the improvement of these services, capacity building programs, roundtable discussions, mini grant contests, and raising awareness campaigns are planned to be conducted. Project has impact on stakeholders engaged in the service delivery, on industry in terms of CSR, and especially on the future generation. During the capacity building program that covers online training and a study tour to Germany, 30 professionals will be trained in which German experience in dialogue reading will be shared. That is successfully implemented in German kindergartens. Within the project, network of volunteer readers will be established that will connect host and volunteers to each other. Volunteers will be trained by already trained 30 professional multiplicators. The project also covers a mini grant program for CSO and raising awareness campaigns, namely publishing brochure on dialogue reading techniques, conducted roundtable discussions, and a promo tour in 10 pilot municipalities. And finally, the cooperation prize will be used for conducting 2 events on Reading Hour for Kids. Thank you for your attention.
And thank you for your pitch. We have Maya with us. Perfect. Is there a question from our jury members?
I have a question related to the risks that you see behind this project. Have you evaluated those? Because you mentioned that it is public kindergartens and maybe you are going to cooperate with government. So what are the risks you see behind this? Because this is quite traditional picture of what you are doing, and it is quite popular in other countries as well.
Yes. First of all, thank you so much that our project was shortlisted. It was really happy for me and my partner as well. In terms of risks, for sure, yes, we evaluated all kinds of risks, what we might have, especially risks connected to the COVID-19, because it is much more higher risks for today. And we have actually experienced conducting some activities within the project online. So the project, like there was not time to explain all the things, but the project itself is hybrid. So considering COVID-19 circumstances, some activities like capacity building programs can be conducted online, and all of the other things that is connected to raising awareness campaigns can be also conducted online. In terms of national and local governments, yes, some activities are connected to them directly and focused to them because they are really engaged in it, because the service itself is decentralized and municipalities are responsible for proposing this service to the kindergartens. So for them, roundtable discussions is planned to be done with the engagement of not only the governmental representatives but also civic actors. And in terms of risks, these roundtable discussions can be also conducted online. To cut the long story short, all of the activities that is planned within the project, all of the risks is foreseen, and alternative solutions are already planned. How can we do it in terms of anything? So this is what I can say for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Super. Thank you, Maya.
Thank you.
Is there another question for a short answer?
Yeah, if we have time, I will just ask, how do you see the content of international collaboration here, a part of these trainings and transfer of knowledge?
Yes, thank you for this question. International cooperation, especially in this project, is very important because Germany is very well known with implementing this dialogue reading in the kindergartens. And this dialogue reading, there was no time to explain very well in 2 minutes, and I will try to tell you very shortly. This there is dialogue reading techniques that is implemented in German kindergartens and very well used for today, and it is assessed by international organization as very successful technique for as a early childhood development activities and programs. And there are a couple of brochures and couple of articles how it works, and sharing experience and transferring this knowledge and experience to Georgian kindergartens and representatives of public spaces and kindergartens is planned. So this is very key and vital. This is in the center of this project itself, because these successful and best practices and successful experience will be shared to Georgian peers. And this practice itself, like when I mentioned during the pitch this capacity building program, we also have study tour where this 15 is out of 30 professionals, 15 participants will have first-hand experience from German peers, how it is delivered and how it works in Germany, and what kind of consequences it has after some period of time. So it will be shared for sure from German partners from German peers to Georgian peers. Yes.
Thank you, Maya. Thank you for answering.
Thank you
questions.
so much. Thanks.
Thank you. We are now half time with the projects, and we go on with the next.
Yeah, and we are trying to speed up. Therefore, I will ask the next speakers maybe to also answer as precise as you can. So the next project, it calls Green Media School in Belarus and Ukraine, and done by suggested by Energy Country, organization based in Ukraine.
Hello, we are the best match of civil match on July from Germany, Belarus and Ukraine. And we want to present our project, Green
Media
School. Our project aims to improve the skills of university students and early stage journalists in Belarus and Ukraine, both theoretical environmental issues and practical journalistic craft. Thus, they will contribute to a pluralistic green media landscape, which is more resilient against disinformation, and continue their activities beyond the project.
Target groups of the project are students or faculties of journalism, media communication, early-stage journalists, bloggers, NGO representatives and activists, experts of environmental issues, media experts. Direct beneficiaries are more than 200 people, and indirect more than 4,000.
During 11 months, project media literacy among early-stage journalists, bloggers, and students from Belarus and Ukraine will be increased by conducting a participatory online course on environmental issues and journalistic skills, a study trip to Germany, and offering internships in media outlets. Participants will develop their own joint projects to practice green journalism in order to provide access to high-quality information on environmental issues to resist disinformation regarding climate change.
We need cooperation prize to strengthen our cooperation.
It will allow us to continue our cooperation in the form of face-to-face meeting.
And to hold meetings with potential partners to organize internships for project participants.
We invite you to join us in this journey by Green
Media
School.
Cool.
Great. So we have Alexander with us today to answer to your questions. Please, jury.
Good evening.
Good evening. Alexander, can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you.
Great. So who asked the question from jury? Stefan, please.
I have a broad one. What do you think is missing in green journalism in the different countries you are working in?
In different countries, there are different things that are missing in this topic. But one of the interesting things that we want to have here is to create cooperation between different countries, because environmental issues are not only issues of one country. It's the issues of different countries, and we want to cooperate journalists to work together on most interesting environmental topics, on the main environmental topic in our region, and to cooperate with each other and to understand, to look for good ideas from our German partners, to see how to do it better and to learn from the best practice.
Great. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you, Stefan. And is there one more question from jury? I see no questions actually coming on. Okay. Alexander, so it means that we had only one question to you. And wish you best of luck with your project.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
Thank you, Alexander. That means we are going on with the next project, which is the Eco Youth Summit in Baku in 2022, conducted by SWYAA Russia.
Hi, we are a some volunteers organization from Azerbaijan.
And SWYA Russia.
Our organizations both focus on youth empowerment and international youth cooperation with emphasis on SDG goals.
This summer we met at Civil Match Online and came up with an idea to unite our potential and organize a youth summit to empower active youth from our countries to take action in solving environmental challenges at the Caspian Sea.
The problems arising there are relevant not only for us, but also for the entire world.
While there are some complications on the governmental level regarding the status and the distribution of natural resources of the sea, we want to inspire our youth to contribute in eliminating negative environmental tendencies by joint cooperation within this project.
The Youth Summit will be held in 2 steps, online conference and live summit in Baku. We will invite 25 young representatives with experience in eco-volunteering and provide them with an opportunity to share their experience with each other, discuss the problems with experts, and come up with the attainable resolutions on the discussed environmental challenge.
It is important to know that we also have found a German partner who is eager to collaborate with us on this project and provide their expertise during the summit. That is Europäisches Energie- und Umweltforum, who focus on international youth cooperation in the fields of environmental protection and sustainable development.
The cooperation prize from the Civil Match will help us prepare the online summit and cover the expense on design and subscription costs to certain web platforms that will be necessary to organize the event on a high level.
Thank you for your attention and see you at the summit.
Yeah, awesome.
Hello.
Hello, nice to have you with us. Awesome that you found each other here on the Civil Match Forum, and thanks for the very clear presentation. Is there one question, 2 questions from the jury?
I just want to understand the exact outcome you guys are following to get from the project.
Well, we have then 25 participants. We boost their capacity, their competence in eco-volunteering field, because we definitely will choose from people who have a certain eco-volunteering experience, significant eco-volunteering experience. They will work on projects which will be related to the problems which are now actually relevant in the Caspian Sea region, which is like declining biodiversity or pollution resulting from oil and gas exploitation, damage to infrastructure of the coastal area, and so on and so forth. There are many things to discuss, and we'll give certain project ideas so that they would work on projects and work on the resolutions. And then further, these resolutions will be forwarded to, because we also have connection with Baku, actually, in Azerbaijan. They do a lot of ecological conferences, summits on different stuff. So in terms of sustainable development, all of those pre-Caspian countries, they do organize a lot of things, but the problem is that they do it regionally and not so many international cooperation on that stuff. So we are planning to forward then all these resolutions, if there is any significantly successful one, to the officials, so that this probably could be implemented by authorities or by private companies.
Okay, that was very clear.
And also, we would like also probably then to bring this to next level to organize another summit in Russia, and also in cooperation, because Germany has also a lot of issues with North Sea, which could be also compared. So you have two different regions, but having same issues, and that's why we also like attracted or found a partner that have certain specific expertise in this field in ecological protection and sustainable development, because we both Azerbaijani partners and SWIA Russia, we focus on youth, international youth cooperation with a focus on sustainable development, but not specifically on culture.
Thank you very much. So there's a follow-up in your mind. Very, very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think very good question, very important, and thanks for the clear reply.
Bye-bye.
Good luck. And Nurana, who is next?
Who is next? Good question. So we are approaching our ACE project, which is dedicated to enhancing digital skills of the teachers from the rural regions of Armenia and Georgia. The project will be pitched by Media Initiative Center in Armenia.
Hello, I'm Lucinen. I represent Collaborative Educational Project NGO located in Yerevan, Armenia. We focus on the education sphere, especially public sector. Now, I want to give you the speech to our partner, Yanok. Please, Yanok.
Hello, I'm Yanok. I represent the Jawahati Foundation located in the region of the south of Georgia. We also work in education sector, especially with school children. We are opening engineering laboratories, which are for kids aged 10 to 18, where they are learning about science, technology, high technology, programming, engineering, and math education through interactive after-school classes.
Now I will represent our project. This project aims to enhance digital skills of the teachers from the border villages of Armenia and Javakheti region of Georgia. It will be beneficial for teachers and students, especially who live in a rural area and need to attend the school of neighborhood, but due to bad weather, which can cause to block not well-constructed roads, they can't reach to school. This could be a solution to conduct lessons online by using digital platforms. Within the framework of this project, teachers will learn about some digital platforms such as Smart Notebook, Google Classroom, Google Forms, which will help them to make an interactive lesson, and it can be used not only online, especially during the pandemic, but also offline, and it can be worked with different kinds of computers, devices, such as projector, smartboard. And also, it will help them to make an effective lesson plan, check students' knowledge, grade online. By the way, we have already implemented this kind of project in a local scale. All in all, there will be 40 participants, 15 from Armenia and 15 from Georgia. Seminars will be conducted online via Zoom. If a teacher does not have a computer internet, he or she can use school equipment. There will be a private Facebook group to support teachers and post seminars videos. This price can cover trainer's fee, and at the end, there will be an offline meeting with teachers to give certificates, and the trainers will travel to Georgia to meet participants from Georgia. It will last 1 month. Further, we'd like to expand this project by including more participants.
Great. Thank you, team, and let's welcome someone from Pictures. Lucine is with us today, and yeah, I think Lucine cannot open her camera, but Lucine, you are here for some minutes to answer to the question from jury, and who is going to address the question? Irina.
Yeah, sure. I would like to know more on how the prize will be used. Is it enough to conduct this, to implement this project for 30 teachers, or just some preparations will be implemented with it?
Hello, can you listen to me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I think something happened with my camera. I don't know why, because it shows that it works, but it doesn't.
No worries, Lucine.
Yeah, Irina, please, can you repeat your question, because I have a technical problem, and while I was trying to...
Tell us, please, how you're planning to use the prize.
Yeah, the price budget will cover a trainer's fee, as I mentioned during the presentation, and also will provide translator because there will be teachers from Georgia, as trainers are going to be from Armenia, and we have an experience because after pandemic we started this kind of project in a local sphere, and all in all we have trainers who are ready to conduct these kind of seminars for other teachers too. So we are going to cover the fee of trainers, translators, certificates, and at the end, of course, we are going to organize a trip for trainers in order to travel to Georgia and meet teachers from Georgia, and they are going to conduct a small like a workshop, and besides that, we are also going to make like an offline meeting with Armenian teachers here in Armenia.
Thank you, Lucine. I think you answered the question. And is there any other question from the jury? I see no. Thank you, Lucine, for your pitch, and good luck with the project.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Lucine, for being with us. And we have another amazing project coming up, which is from Georgia, from the Civil Movement ? And it's the so-called Leaders Academy.
So our project's name is Leaders Academy, and we are planning to cover Georgia and Azerbaijan, young people from Georgia and Azerbaijan. Then why do we need this? First of all, we think that in our countries we are lacking of young leaders, but to grow the leaders we need to provide them with capacities and skills that can help them to become active in their societies.
What topics do we offer? First, public speaking. Second, debating. Third, workshops. Fourth, comprehensive economics. And the last one, international relations as a concept in practice. Sustainability. We'll be able to sustain this project for a long-term duration, because after this, we plan to continue cooperation and arrange a live meeting after the online one.
And in terms of duration and format, we plan, first of all, for the first stage to make it online, and duration, we think that we will cover just 2 weekends, because since our focus group is young people who will probably study or work, so just to make them comfortable to join, we will cover 2 weekends. So that's all. Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much for the very concise pitch. If there is somebody from the team here, then we invite you. No one on the backstage from the team. Then again, if somebody has a question from the jury, please still state it. And if somebody's here, then they can reply in the chat. Tevik, you unmuted yourself.
Yeah, I have a question. If someone can answer actually in chat as well. What makes your project unique? Because this topic is quite a popular one. I would like to understand it, at least in 1 or 2 sentences, what makes this unique?
Mm-hmm. What makes your project unique? Good question,
Yeah,
Stefan.
I see.
And then Anna.
The teacher Zulfiya is here with us in the comments. So maybe Zulfiya, you can try to answer in a written form to the question in the chat, and we can read it.
Thank you, Zulfiya. Stefan, and then Anna, and then we go to the next.
Yeah, my question would be: what are the criteria for selecting the future leaders?
So, Sophia, the second question was criteria for selecting the future leaders. First question was what makes your project special, and the third question from Anna.
And the third is very clear. How you gonna use the prize? Because I haven't heard it.
So imagine you win today, then what would you do with the prize? And it would be very nice if you can answer the questions in the chat, and we will go on with the next project, Nurana.
Yes, we are going on with the next project, and we are flying now again to Georgia. Oh no, yeah, we're flying again to Georgia, and this is actually the last project that we will be pitched today, which calls Understanding the Fake News Consumption. And this is also the project suggested by Question Mark Movement, but by different pitchers. Let's hear it.
Hello, my name is Kachitiani. I'm from Georgia and I represent the question mark movement. And in partnership with the collaborative educational projects, we would like to propose the project. But first, I would like to pass the word to my partner colleague, Lucy.
Thank you, Luca. I'm Lucine, representing Collaborative Educational Project NGO located in Yerevan, Armenia. We met Luca within the framework of the Civil Match Forum, and we support his initiative. And now I will give the floor to him, please.
Thank you, Lucy. And we would like to propose the project called Understanding Fake News Consumption. When we spoke about problems and when we tried to identify problems in our societies, the first thing that came up was the lack of skills in terms of spotting disinformation and misinformation and general lack of media literacy. So we decided that we could work on this direction to create some comprehensive program that would strengthen the media literacy in both of our societies and would help younger generations, which is the target group for our project, aged from 18 to 25, to become more strengthened, so to speak, in terms of battling disinformation and misinformation. So the course itself will consist of 7 sessions, which aim to strengthen said skills. And at the end of the project, they will be able to create their own social platform, and we will also help them and promote them to share their own experience and knowledge. And through this, we believe that we'll be able to battle the disinformation and misinformation in our societies and create the group of people that will be able to effectively battle the said problem.
Great. I'm ready to welcome someone from the team of teachers if they are with us. Anyone? And it seems that no one on the backstage. Okay. Let's, I think, work with the same structure, and please voice your questions and we will make a note.
What are the best practices that you are going to use? Do you have any specific maybe background again or cases that you have researched in order to implement this project?
Thank you, Tatovic. I'm trying to, yeah. Okay, I was writing, so now to you. There you're doing this. Thank you. Is there any other question from jury?
How are you going to select participants? Or who do you think of, let's say? A part of the age division that you just mentioned, but like, are they going to be the leaders of local organizations or, I don't know, whatever?
Is there any? I think we have Lucine with us.
Yeah, I'm here. I suppose that.
How are you going to select participants? Or who do you think of, let's say? A part of the age.
Lucine, you can go with the answer.
Yeah. So I suppose that another partner will join this and probably also defend this page, because first of all it was his initiative, as they had some kind of experience in this fair. By the way, our organization also has experience of news literacy, as 2 years ago we initiated this kind of seminars and conducted lessons to students about misinformation and disinformation. And all in all, participants are going to select it like students from 18 to 25 years old, as I mentioned, and from different faculties, not only journalists, but also from different faculties. And in order to get ready to prepare them against the misinformation, misleading. And I think especially it is good in our region, in Armenia and in Georgia, as fake news is like our priority, and we have to somehow defend, and we have to somehow prevent it. And first of all, we have to educate our young generation.
Thank you very much, Lucine, for the answer. And there was one more question before that, which was about what are the best practices you are going to use?
Yeah, there will be like some trainers, and for each section, there will be different topics and some different trainers we are going to invite in order to conduct these sessions. So I think that these sessions will help students later. We suppose that we are going to make a group and like a social site, and on that site students are going to share their experience, what they have learned, and what kind of fake news or misinformation they have found, they spotted. So we want to make that kind of community. So first of all, to establish that book and invite students who have already been trained by us, and then we want to expand our community.
Thank you, Lucine. Thank you for your answers.
Thank you very much.
And good luck with the project. And I just see the big power of civil match, because if you manage to partner up with many organizations, then it means that you really did great. So
Sophia replied in the chat, and the jury, you have it also in our internal chat already, so that there you find the answers to your questions from before. Wow, yes. 10 projects we went through.
Wow, yes, it was like 1 hour, tough hour, and thank you very much to jury for such valuable questions that help to dive deeper into the project and clarify them better for whole audience, and I think for the teachers. And we are super excited to know who will be the winners of the award, and we should wait for it as we will continue with the closing ceremony at 6 o'clock Kiev. But before that, we are super excited, not less excited, to enjoy the concert by the Le Matilda from Paris with the live streaming on social media. So you just stay here, and we are moving on to the concert. Thank you one more time to the jury.
Thank you, and good luck to jury for your work now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.